Huge shout out goes out to our current channel members. If you're interested in gaining a channel membership, then feel free to head over to my channel profile and click the join button. Also, we do have a Ninjago Discord server. It's a great way to communicate with myself and many others. For more details on that, click the very first link at the very top of the description of this video.
So hello there everybody and welcome back on in to the Overlord X channel here for a video in which, well, you could actually consider things today to be like a part 2 to yesterday's video if you guys have checked it out. If not, then, you know, it doesn't really matter what order you watch them in, but again, I'm just going to consider this to be like a part 2 of sorts. So maybe after today's video, if you are interested enough, you can go and check out yesterday's video after today's one. Again, there will be a link at the very end of today's video, so you guys can just click straight on it. But again, if not, that's completely up to you. But regardless, today we are talking about something else very, very interesting that I believe warrants its own entire video. Something straight out of the latest Ninjago magazine. Again, for an extremely brief introduction to what the Ninjago magazines are, for those of you that aren't aware. These things are sold throughout different countries in Europe. They are monthly, and they come with like an exclusive Ninjago comic minifigure, which, by the way, the minifigures have been great recently. For example, this month's issue came with a Lord Raz minifigure and just other like games and stuff, more oriented towards younger kids. But I mean, to be honest, I found them to be quite fun myself sometimes. And they also come with some very interesting information. Sometimes it's either the most wacky stuff you've ever read in your life, or sometimes it's like weirdly accurate. But today, yeah, we're not really too sure what this is going to be, what side of things this is going to fall on in particular, but we have a very small summary for Lord Raz that we need to talk about today, and I think I've got a whole different video coming quite soon talking more about something that was talked about in this. But yeah, today I just want to talk about some of the Lord Raz information that was revealed, because I consider this to be fairly big stuff. So without further ado, let's dive straight into things right now. Up on screen now is the page that we have been acquainted with, and it says Lord Raz right at the top there in big bold red writing, and there's a picture of the minifigure. First tiger villain, which, you know, that alone is one piece of information and not really what I wanted to talk about, but, you know, that's a nice little extra here. And then a hard hoodlum hammer, I think that says. Kind of hard to read from this image there, but yeah, this is what we're taking a look at over on the right, some of this writing here, this information. So at the top here in blue, it reads, quote, boss of the claw hunters, and then below that in smaller text, it reads the following. This is the stuff I want to talk about today. It reads, quote, no one is as fearless as Raz. He despises mistakes. Then he becomes even scarier than he already is and puts things to rights with full force. This villain is not to be trifled with. So just a small introduction to him as a character there. I'd consider that to be pretty accurate. And then below that in purple and white writing it reads, quote, on the outside, the head is fearsome, and on the inside, it is full of nasty plans. On the surface, he serves the Empress and hunts dragons. In the back of his mind, however, he has cunning intentions that will surprise you. And then there's a picture of his head there. First appearance, Season 17, Episode 1. We talked about that yesterday. Again, for more full thoughts, go and check out yesterday's video. But then below that, it reads, quote, when his right-hand man, Rapton, once again fails to get his act together, Lord Raz is furious. So he arrives and makes short work of it. Raz imprisons Aaron, Sora, and Ryu before they can escape. So just an interesting bit of detail there regarding Lord Raz as a character. The main stuff that I found interesting was the stuff under the purple text where it mentions, you know, his head and all of that stuff. And it's actually surprisingly bred a lot of conversation because some of the wording kind of leads some fans, I suppose, to believe that, like, what if it really is some form of mask? It's kind of, well, it started off as a joke recently in the community, but it's recently been passed around as a legitimate rumor and theory. Like, imagine that he's not actually a tiger from Chima, but he's like a full-on humanoid type character underneath this big tiger mask. Again, some of the wording could, you know, I suppose suggest that slightly. Me personally, though, I think this is one of those insane theories that will end up being proven wrong. A little bit like the Overlord spider theory back in Season 8, guys. Remember that one? That was a big throwback for all of you there. And then also below that, there's like a picture of like a side view of his head, you know, all kind of leaning into this theory that maybe it is some form of mask, quite literally. Personally, though, again, as cool as that would be and as insane of a twist as that would be, I personally do not believe that. But still, this is some very interesting information here, and I do find it to be, again, very, very interesting. But again, I just don't think it's actually going to be happening, all things considered. But with all of this being said, I think that's basically just about going to conclude this video here. I just wanted to talk about this with all of you because I found it very interesting, and I know it's kind of been passed around just a little bit in the community, and I thought I'd spread word on this because, you know, we've got some information on Lord Raz here that does exist, and again, I just wanted to kind of cover this in a video for all of you today. But with all of this being said, that is basically just about going to conclude things here, so hopefully you guys did all enjoy this one. As always though, now that I'm done talking, I do turn it over to all of you. Please feel free to leave any of your own personal thoughts on absolutely all of this down below in that comment section. I would love to hear your own thoughts regarding this. As always though, if you did enjoy this video here, please do leave a like on it, subscribe to the Overlord X YouTube channel for more, and go ahead and hit that notification bell so that you behind the screen there can keep up to date on absolutely all things Ninjago here on the channel. And, well, with all of this being said, guys, I will catch you all very soon for a new video. See you all very soon. Goodbye.